It
two,
says it's live
three.
already.
Guys, welcome back. This is your favorite host, one of the best hosts on the planet in the professional, unprofessional reselling world. This is one of the best hosts ever, Archie Biscuittbutt or Elvis
Yay!
Presley. Let's
Thank
give
you.
him a
Thank you
round
very
of
much.
applause.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I'm
He's one
Priscilla.
of the best right here, guys. Archie from Las Vegas, Nevada. He's one of the best hosts and one of the best resellers in Las Vegas. And also we got Mike Camporeale in the house
Gotta
tonight.
get feedback.
Also one of the best resellers in the United States. One of the most professional reselling people here in this country. We got Bubbles Blinks and Needful Things today, who also one of the best hosts on the planet. And some
Movie.
kind of strange guy in a mask that nobody recognizes, which is kind of strange, guys. But hopefully, you guys will appreciate this, and we're gonna try to do it fast because I need to get rid of this mask. And sorry, guys, it's taking me long. Get this mask off of me now.
Now,
Finally, guys, we got
eh,
the
am I
best
the
host
only?
here.
Oh,
Goosebump
wow.
specialist Freddy Krueger in the house.
Now, am I the only one that already has a hard time understanding what Roman's saying? And now you put a mask that muffles his gibberish?
Oh, guys, Ghostface is gone. Ghostface is dead. Now Freddy Krueger took over. But everyone, welcome. Today we decided to go with Halloween theme because Halloween is coming up, guys, and I cannot breathe in this freaking mask. But me and Archie, we found some masks, guys, to kind of entertain you. But
In
please
30
welcome
seconds.
everyone, and let me remove Goofball specialist Freddy Krueger out.
Oh my God, that's the worst mask right there. The third one.
Rip that one off. Come on. Let's see
Guys,
what's really
welcome.
under
We
there.
really appreciate all of you stopping by tonight. Everyone who's joined us already and everyone lurking and coming in also into the room. We appreciate you stopping by today, guys. As I already announced, we got one of the best entertainers in reselling, and not just entertainers, one of the most, I would say, Mike Camporeale, who is one of the best minds of reselling with all this kind of advice and anything that he has learned throughout the years. Very respectful person, guys, and very people call him ambassador to reselling, and I actually agree with that. He's one of the best guys. He actually travels, meets other people, helps a lot of resellers, not just resellers, everyone, in my opinion. Mike is a very kind soul. And we got Archie Biscuittbutt, my
Um,
former boyfriend that Mike took
okay.
away from me in Las Vegas. One of the most also very great personalities in this community, guys. And I really appreciated them to actually join us tonight on this pre-Halloween live. Hopefully you guys enjoying your Saturdays. So without further ado, guys, we're gonna start this live that we already started, and we're gonna welcome everyone in. And if you guys would like to learn anything about reselling, is actually a good night because tonight you will learn something. Because Lisa knows more than I do. I don't know nothing about reselling. Archie knows more, and Mike knows much more. So,
I don't know
guys,
shit.
let me say hello to people in the chat who joined us already. We got Todd, his desk and hands in the house, silver hair stacker. Todd, welcome. We got Big Bro in the house. Big Bro Auctions, greetings, salutations. We got Lilac Seller Meg in the house. Hey, kids.
Hi,
Got
Meg.
Keith,
Hi, Meg.
Vintage Sports Flips. What's up, everyone? What a great Elvis
Keith.
over there. SSK promo Ken, three of my favorite people. You pick which ones. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it. We got Mayo Koyama in the house. Hello.
Okay.
Got Lisa Dura in the house. Hello, y'all. We got Kiss again. We got Mike Camporelli. We got Shane Soda City Flips and Rips in the house.
Sure.
What's up, y'all? We got Vintage Vani in the house.
Hi, Vintage.
We got Craig Landshark Picker. You're professional at being unprofessional. Just saying. That's true, Mike. Craig. Appreciate it, man. And we got Shane. I see a whole bunch of people who don't come to my live show on Monday night. That is true, guys. Unfortunately, Shane, on Monday nights, man, we are kind of all unprofessional and decide to kind of rest and not
What?
go to any live. So that's true story, guys. Sometimes we come in, sometimes we don't. And Shane said that's it, guys. You're not gonna like us anymore. But he forgave us, maybe, right, Shane? I don't know. Shane is like I'm not forgiving you. You're not coming to my life anymore. No, actually, I did miss a couple of Shane's lives recently. I was sleeping on Monday because I sourced on Monday. So sorry, Shane. Anyway, Mike, would you like to introduce yourself to the audience? I know, guys, that Mike has been recently on podcasts, especially very good podcast, in my opinion, Locker Room podcast, with one of the youngest hosts on in reselling world, Ben. So it was actually very entertaining podcast. I left big comments like I usually do, even though lately I haven't been leaving those comments because I'm way behind everything in my reselling business because of my health and all the stuff that I'm trying to catch up with. So forgive me, guys, for not going and leaving my comments. I will try to catch up. But I did watch Mike's appearance on the Locker Room. It was very entertaining, very educational for me also, and also reflects on how Mike, reflected just on his reselling start. If you guys want to watch it, go ahead. If you haven't, I mean, I cannot retell you the whole story, but you have to watch it. It was very entertaining, in my opinion, podcast this time. Sorry, Ben. Usually they all suck, but this one, no, I'm kidding. So, Mike, tell everyone a little bit about yourself because everyone knows Archie anyway already for at last 10 years.
Sure.
Mike, tell everyone about yourself a little bit. How did you get into this reselling game? What did you do before? Maybe something will be entertaining for someone.
Okay, good. Thanks, first of all, Lisa and Roman, for having me on. My name is Mike Camporeale. My name is Mike Camporeale, and I'm a eBay reseller from Yonkers, New York. I started off. We're not allowed to talk about electricians tonight. Roman told me, but I must say that I've been an electrician for about 50 years. And I'm not going to go into depth about my whole story because, as Roman had said, I just told my story on the Locker Room, and also the week before that I was on Pocket Change podcast, and I gave pretty much the same story. I wanted to have a little bit of a different, um, point of view tonight, but just roughly for those who didn't watch those shows, I started about a little over 4 years ago when the pandemic hit, and being an electrician, you have to go into people's homes, so that kind of shut down, and I found myself for the first time in my life with time on my hands. I always kind of stayed active and busy with my business. I ran an electrical contracting company in Mount Vernon, and anyway, when they the COVID pretty much shut everyone down, I said, let me try eBay and see if I like it, and I loved it, and I've been reselling ever since. What I really want to talk about though is the impact that the YouTube and the social media community, the reselling community, has had on me. When I first came into reselling, I knew nothing. So what I did was I started consuming as much YouTube content as I could, and I learned a lot about it by watching various different content providers, and it was great because I was able to learn from everyone and not make the same mistakes that they had made, and it kind of gave me a heads up. But what really kind of was primary to me was that shortly after I started uh, reselling and watching, the videos, I had discovered that they had meetups. I was watching Katie and Vicky's live Sunday, and they had announced that they were having a reselling meetup. The boss reseller in Las Vegas. Now I know no one at this point, but I came to the first one to check it out. I said, "Wow, I didn't even know that there was a community. I wasn't even aware that people like got together and helped each other out, very supportive, go picking together and all of that, and hanging out and having a good time." So when I went to my first boss reseller, I was really really impressed and literally blown away. I mean, I couldn't believe how constructive an environment was, and people getting together and having fun. Reselling is kind of lonely. Back home, in my eBay cave in Yonkers, I basically list and ship and all of that, and I try to relate to to my friends and family, but they don't get it. So I learned that I had to really kind of keep my mouth shut because I was going to bore people. But with the reseller community, and I'm a talker, so I could go on and on and on. So
You and Roman on the same
yeah,
show.
imagine that. Roman, we're going to go about 4 hours tonight, brother.
Yeah,
So,
that's normal. That's actually gonna be cool.
So anyway,
No, my butt can't handle it. This chair sucks.
when I went to that first meetup, I really made a commitment to myself that I was going to attend as many, if not all, of the major meetups all over the country. I'm single, and I've retired now. I've since retired from the lecture business, so I have the latitude to really just go anywhere. And I just really went to town. I went to all the Trash to Cash meetups. I went to the, I met Roman, and like, meeting people along the way. Like, I went to the reseller rally in Cincinnati on the riverboat with, Kevin, Pete, and John. I met all of them. I met Roman. We had dinner together at the table. And I got to know Roman. He didn't get to know me because he did most of the talking. But the point is, I got to, really like meet him. Like, when I first came to Vegas for that first one, I came to the next one and the one after that, and the Trash to Cash guys had a meetup in Vegas as well.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You met Lissa there too, by the way.
Yeah, well, I didn't get to that yet. It's a long story.
She's feeling left out.
Yeah.
Archie was sitting next to you guys, and I was playing footsie with Archie.
Yeah.
Was I even there?
No, actually,
Wait, that was your feet? Because I thought those were Romans. The hairy toes that I felt.
My feet can go a long way, man.
No,
Let Mike go. Let Mike.
Actually, I met Lissa before the reseller rally. I don't remember exactly what meetup it was, but I remember meeting you, and we got like really friendly and close, just like hanging out. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. With every different meetup that I've gone to, I've been able to
how friendly
connect people. Hold on. In fact, and some of the most significant. And I met Ken. When I met Lissa at the same time, just love him as well. When I did my first visit to Vegas, I met John from Flippin' Ain't Easy. Give John a little plug. I got a shirt on, and Archie, and they, I met Archie just in passing, and like the next time I came, hey Mike, I'll pick you up at the airport, and he did, and he, not only did he pick me up at the airport, he was my dedicated chauffeur the entire time. I did not have to take an Uber wherever I wanted to go. He picked me up. We hung out, and I got really close with John and Jenna as well. Love them, and I'm watching everyone's shows and all of that. And this year, coming forward to the present, the boss was typically every October, but this year they rescheduled. It's going to be like later next year, and I literally couldn't wait to come to Vegas because I was used to coming every year. Because there's a lot of other people here in Vegas, as well. You got Mikey Bags of Money and Carrie and Art of Reseller, and like I met all these people along the way, and you should just fall in love with everybody. You miss them. So what I did is I decided, look, I'm not going to wait to come to the meetup. I'm going to bring the meetup to the people. So I set up like a little informal. It wasn't a big deal. It was just dinner, at a local restaurant here in Vegas. And actually, I scheduled to stay here for 2 weeks, and I'm here like a week and a half now. I'll be leaving later on in the week. And we had a nice party, and I was able to like really do everything that I wanted to do. I allowed enough time so that I could in fact do that, and we've really been having a lot of fun and enjoying it. So the point I'm trying to make is that I wasn't aware that there was even a reseller community, and once I found out, I really engaged in all of the meetups because it's more than just a meetup, get together, whatever. You really establish like lifelong bonds and friendships. Like when I went to the Crossville, now Archie had invited me to the 127 highway sale, and it turns out that he didn't go. So he gave me his spot, and I ended up getting his room. And now I met like Ben and Alex I had met Shane down in one of the meetups, the Transportation meetups. So I had known him, but I hadn't known Chris and Ben and Alex before. And again, that's funny. Quick little story. I was a little nervous and apprehensive to come to the Crossville meetup and just move in with these guys. I don't know them at all. I'm like, Archie was my hook. And
Sleep
I
with
was
one eye
comfortable with it.
open.
Yeah. No, Archie was my hook and my security blanket.
Wait,
Now,
which
he's
eye?
not.
The
And-
brown eye? Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
And so, like I said, I was a little apprehensive. I was almost didn't go because I didn't know these guys. They didn't know me. But I'm glad I made that. I didn't make that decision because, like Ben picked me up and we did. We got really close right away. And in 5 minutes, just like every other time you meet another reseller out in the home turf or wherever you meet up, you just bond. And we had such a great time, all of us. It was just a wonderful thing. And I'll just close my story with just one thing about confidence building. Now, I've gotten close with a lot of the resellers and the community and all in the last 4 years, and people had asked me quite often until I come on the show, and I would never do it. I mean, I'm very, I'm shy. I can talk and talk if I'm comfortable with you. Like I'm comfortable with you guys and with the community. But initially, I was like very apprehensive, and people would ask me to come on the shows, and I didn't because I was nervous. So John Miller had me on the show like about a year and a half ago, and I was really nervous for that. It was like, man, I don't want to do this. I love John, so I did it for him. But I told him the story. I said I was so nervous that time. So, and I carried that nervousness, so I always kind of recused myself from people that asked me. But when I was at the Crossville highway sale, living with the locker room guys, they did a live, and they had asked me to be on it. And I initially said, no, I appreciate it, guys, but I just, I'm not good behind the camera, in front of the camera. But then I said, you know what, this is community. Everyone else in the house was going to be on, so I said, I'll go on. I'll put my big panties on, pants, big
girl
white pants on,
for
big
Scott.
Was a
girl
fence,
pants.
yeah.
And you know what? Just because it was like such a safe and comfortable environment, they had me on, and I had even told them, look, put me on 2 minutes and then kick me the hell out, right? So they did that. So they had me on. They said, all right, Mike, we'll see you later. Thank you. I said, no, I'm cool. I'll stay on. And then like the next week, my friend Jefferson Benz, who was there, who does the Pocket Change podcast, he had been asking me I'm a good friend with him, from way back. I met him at a reseller, met him at a meetup in Florida. We got like fast friends and everything. And he had been asking me to be on his show for the longest time. And I said, I'm sorry, man, but I'm just not comfortable. So as soon as I did that live appearance at the 127 Crossville event and was comfortable about it, I went right to Jefferson and said, man, I'm ready. I'll do it. And like the next week, I was on his podcast. And you know what? It wasn't bad. I mean, I'm not uncomfortable. I'm not uncomfortable at all about it. And then the locker room guys had me on for an hour, and I was cool with that. And now, like when Roman asked me, yeah, bring it on. So
Bring it on, Mike. Bring it on.
Bring it on. So I'll just close now. But really, what I'm trying to say is, if you can, in any way, get to a meetup, and it doesn't even have to be traveling across the country. There's local meetups on eBay and other Facebook groups. There's there's a meetup, lists and everything, and you can get together with people in your community because it's more than just fun. I mean, it really engages you with the community and gives you purpose, and it helps when cooperating with your fellow business partners. And really, you take nothing from my very long-winded introduction. Just take one thing. I mean, make the effort to go to like at least one meetup. If you can go to one of the bigger ones, they're a lot of fun. There's activities and all. I'm looking forward to going to the next one. Corey sponsoring Planes to Profit in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm going there in March. Looking forward to that. And they can have a party bus, and you can have some good thrifting and everything.
Yeah, they are doing a good
looking
meetup
forward
over
to it.
there. Yep.
All right, so shut me up, like I said. Otherwise, I'm gonna really take.
No,
over
you're
the
good,
show.
Mike. You're
No, you
actually,
can talk all you
Mike.
want.
I enjoy it. I enjoy listening to all the stuff that you're saying, man.
Roman, I just want to check on you real quick. How's your voice for not talking for the last 10 minutes?
Man, actually, I enjoy like Mike has been saying so many good things about like things that are
So true.
surrounding reselling that you have to let Mike talk all the time, nonstop. Even I'm gonna leave,
Nah,
guys. So long, everyone.
don't allow that. Believe me, you create a monster here. But thanks for giving me the time.
Yeah, let me say hello to some people who came in a little bit later today, even earlier than me. We got Jill in the house, Sherka25. Jill, welcome.
Jill.
We got SCG Collectibles in the house. Welcome. We got Christopher Nutter in the house. Chris, welcome. Chris is a
Nutter.
big supporter, guys. And also gonna be doing Christopher is doing a meetup next year in Vermont. See, there you go, another meetup. So a lot of meetups next year. We got Easy Pickings Chris in the house. Chris, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. Chris was recently in Las Vegas.
Oh no, not already. Oh, don't
Okay,
worry,
good.
Mike.
I thought
This
that was
happens.
us.
No, it happens all the time, Mike. He comes
And
back.
we're back.
We're
Yeah,
back.
we actually, my internet
We never
actually,
left.
Mike. Yeah, sorry guys, my internet only likes when there is more educational talk instead of me blubbering about nothing. So that's why it kind of came back quickly.
You gotta feed the hamsters, Roman. Don't
Exactly,
forget.
Mike. I was talking
Word,
to the internet earlier today.
word has it though, if everybody hits the like button, Roman will not lose feed this episode.
That's cool. That's questionable.
Please, everybody, for my sake, hit it.
Guys, if you hit the like button, John and Jenna will get a sale on Flipping and Easy podcast and live. I think Flipping and Easy should do a podcast also. So there you go. Even though they do have a
Hey, we got Shane. Shane gave a super chat.
Finally. Shane,
Hey.
appreciate it, man.
So the one thing I want to say real quick about Shane is I am the first quitter of the reseller locker room. So finally, I'm first at something over Shane.
Yeah,
Still want to know what
so
the rest of the competitions were.
yeah, that was kind of, man, when you left locker room, me and Ben were crying a lot. Ben called me,
Yeah,
was
I heard.
crying nonstop for an hour. When Shane left, Ben was actually laughing a lot, not crying. So I don't know, man. Shane, you gotta talk to Ben, man. He was kind of not that, unhappy about you leaving, man. We got Lucky 19 T's, Michelle in the house. Michelle, welcome. We got Rise and Grind Picker. Hey, you all. Hey, Bubbles. There you go. Welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. We got Woody in the house. Reselling with Woody and Barb. Who that?
So Woody.
Woody, what's up, man? We got Soda City Shane saying, Archie, give Mike a big old beer hug for me. Another one. So Archie gonna have to give Mike a lot of hugs tonight. Non-stop. Shane, keep sending when Shane goes live, guys. He's like, guys, please send super chats. Please, guys, please send Shane super chats, please, on Monday.
You know though that these bear hugs from Mike are nothing compared to the first time I met you.
Oh man, that was a lot of
Crack
loving over
floor.
there. Mike, you should have seen me and Archie later on that evening, even though he will not tell anyone. But we did
I
talk
was
about.
I,
We
I,
didn't do.
I was there. I was there. I remember it.
Yeah, man. But later on, Archie actually came to my room and we decided not to talk about
Oh, my
it.
virgin ears. No.
What
Yeah.
happens in Cincy stays in Cincy.
That's
What
why
happened
Roman's
there,
video
guys?
footage has never been seen.
Yeah,
Because
that
of what
footage.
else was on that. He can't scrub it.
Yeah, there is a lot of footage that unfortunately I cannot make onto YouTube world, guys, which is secret footage. It's always gonna stay with me, guys. So that's the thing, that's very important to acknowledge. We got
Secret
I'm a
episode.
reseller.
We got a secret. Somebody wants to be on film real quick.
Yeah, there you go, guys.
On film. What am I from the 80s?
That's
Wants to
baby.
be on camera. This is baby. You're right.
That's baby.
And then
guys.
this is Bo.
Bo, what's up? Is Bo a reseller or not?
Yeah. I'm Poshmark.
Ooh, their breath smells.
We got Duncan VR in the house. Duncan, virtual reality from Australia. Welcome, Duncan. I'm trying to behave today. I know pills
What's up,
don't help.
Duncan?
I mean, pills don't help me much anyway. But we discussed it yesterday on John and Jenna's live. The doctors make much more money than resellers by prescribing pills only. So if you guys decide to quit reselling, become doctors. We got Shagan in the house. I'm a reseller. Shagan was our guest 2 weeks ago, guys. Shagan, man, thanks for being our guest 2 weeks ago. It was a really fun show, guys. Check it out if you haven't watched it. Shagan is an amazing dude. And Shagan is asking, is this Mike from New York? Mike is from New York, Shagan. That's right. You probably met Mike.
That's my name, Mike from New York.
By the way, Mike, Shagan was also at different meetups. He was at the Boss in Vegas, I think. He said to us 2 weeks ago he was at that meetup also. So he probably met you. So you already know Shagan.
Yeah.
So there you go. I'll give you that one. There you go. We got Archie, Buddy, and Woody is here. Chris saying Woody. Shagan is asking, are you guys in Vegas or New York right now? Shagan, they're in Vegas right now. So if you want
evidenced by the Elvis picture on the back of the wall, I think right there alone.
Yeah, come on out. I'll be here 5 more days.
Elvis is in the house. Shagan, Elvis has left the house. We got the crazy car Mike in the house. TMI, Mike, welcome. Kim T in the house. Kim, welcome. Sorry, Kim, I missed you. Actually, my mistake again. My bad for being unprofessional like Archie. So Archie, tell people, how did you originally meet Mike? That's gonna be the question for you. What was the first time you met Mike Camporeale, man?
Mike Camporeale. Well, I mean, face to face, it was here in Vegas. He went out and he didn't know me at the time, but he knew John, Jenna, Carrie, and Don. So he met all them up, had dinner with them, and I just had to go out on Fremont Street while they were eating, get in one of the circles, and do my acts to make some tips. But then when they were done, I met Mike, and it was like we were best friends from the beginning.
Love at first sight.
Love at first sight, like with me. Yeah. That's,
Whoa!
There you go.
Hey.
Cha-ching. Let's clap
It
for
was not mine, for sure. Let's see what he sold. What did you sell, Mikey?
Mike, what did you sell?
Okay, we're not doing a locker room podcast here, but a vintage Neiman Marcus porcelain card holder with 2 sealed standard decks, gilded edges, $27.99. And I've been crushing it. I've been crushing it here in Vegas. I thought I put my store on time away, and I thought I was really gonna not do too well, but that's like my 24th sale. I mean, I've been here like 18,
crushing it.
Yeah, 18 days. That's excuse me. I have to do my customer.
What is
service.
this, number 25?
Yeah, something like that.
25 sales with this store on vacation mode.
Is it only from today or like this?
No. I don't do 25. I don't do 25 a day at home. No, like 25 in, what am I, 10 days?
Yeah.
Man, that's good.
Not too shabby.
Vacation on time away, man. That's crazy. That's great.
Yeah.
Mike, that's very good, man. That's why you're a good picker, good reseller. Not like me when I only have 1 sale per year.
Wait, so hold on. Mike, hold on. So every time Mike makes a sale, this is his customer service. He's going to do it here live, but he contacts every person that buys, and he tells them that he's out of town, even though that banner comes up, but just listen how he does it.
Okay.
Here he goes.
Drum roll, please. Hi, Nicole, period. Thank you for your purchase, period. I'm away until the 30th, but I will send out your card holder as soon as I get back home.
I love you.
I love you.
Wow, that is very interesting. Actually, guys, by the way,
he freaking sent that the part where I said I love you.
Well, that's some customer service.
Mike,
Mike,
you have to watch out, man. Don't do this kind of stuff. Otherwise, crazy New York driver Joe from New York, his YouTube channel, he will probably find this.
Wait, do you know Joe, crazy New York driver?
Isn't that funny? One of the few people in our world and community that lives in my state. I've seen his videos. I've not had the honor of meeting him, but one day I'm sure.
Man, that Joe DeMarco, guys, crazy New York driver from New York with a great Italian accent. I like.
his show is definitely one that I cannot wait. Like as soon as it comes up, I can't wait to see that one.
Got the New York attitude.
Yeah, he got this Italian, truthful New York attitude right there, like a mafia guy. When he starts talking about things, you're like watching a mafia movie right away, from like Godfather, Casino, Goodfellas. Right away, all the stuff comes to my brain as soon as Joe DeMarco starts talking, guys. And I like watching his stuff. He's a good like personality. He got good content. He's a good content creator. Talks like it is. So that's why I like him. So
Well,
Archie,
it helps too with Mike being in town because once they hear his accent, you know, like we go up somewhere and we didn't make reservations and they're like, oh, it's going to be 30 minutes. I just go, this is Mike from New York. He knows where Hoff is buried. They're like, oh, follow me this way.
not just
Yeah,
Hoffa.
people think you're kidding.
So, Mike, how are you enjoying your Vegas experience so far by going to a lot of yard sales, waking up early? I know Archie likes to wake up very early from my experience already knowing
Yeah.
that.
Waking up every day. No, it's been great. I mean, the sourcing has just been one part of it. I mean, first day we hit the ground and we went to the Goodwill bins because I don't have bins in New York, and I hear so much about them. First time I had been to a bins was here in Vegas, so I make that pilgrimage every year. And we went to, and I discovered I didn't even know that Salvation Army bins was a thing. So we went there. We did some other thrift routes. We went to the outlet store. We went to garage sales last weekend, this weekend, and hit and miss. We had a really good day last Saturday. Today, not so much. But like I said, I don't really come for the thrifting as much as like for hanging out with people. Like when I went to Crossville to meet up with the locker room guys, um, it's an expense. You got to fly out there, and I would usually get a room in the car. I didn't have to do it in this case, but it's a little bit expensive. If you really calculate how you do with sourcing against the expenses of going there, it's really not a win-win situation. But it doesn't matter. Like sourcing is like secondary. I go to like really meet the people. Like I said, here we got together for a nice dinner. We got to meet up, and I kind of made it while I was here, and while Carrie was still here in town. We made like a little surprise party for them. I wrote a little song that we all sang together, and we surprised Carrie and Dawn, so that was really nice. And we're gonna hook up with them a little bit later. And like I said, I just make it a point to renew friendships with everyone. Like love art or the art of a reseller. So one day we went to Broadacres Flea Market, a local flea market here, and he was working the booth, hung out with him all day, and just like stuff like that. It's like we played a little bit at the casinos as well, but it's really not the focus. That's like a minor part. The thing is really like just being able to just get together with your friends that you've established throughout the time that you've been in reselling. Like I said, if you like me, I mean I'm a nut. I've been to about 15 meetups. But that's me. I like
Man, Mike, I think Mike, you're holding a record right now in between. Like probably you're number one. I don't. Maybe
Could be.
someone else. They
No,
can probably.
there is one person I think that has beat you. Brendan, big time flips.
Yeah.
That dude, I seen it every single rally or meetup.
Recently, yes, I think the recent couple of years, most likely, because Brandon,
Oh yeah, you might.
met the first time at the Reseller rally in Cincinnati. That's the first time I met him. So the first
Yeah.
rally, I didn't meet him yet. So probably like right now in between.
He's
like,
catching up, Mike.
Yeah.
So you better start
Don't
going to
miss
some of
any.
these.
Yeah.
Keep your attendance card going.
I mean, it's fun, isn't it? I mean, it's in reality, it's truthfully is fun to go if you can, of course. If you have a ability to go, for sure. I mean, and it's fun, and you can, like I said, see in Las Vegas, right, Archie? There are so many content creators that are actually still doing content, and most of them, I would not say like most of them, but a lot of them have a lot of subscribers. So Vegas has, in my opinion, more than most likely. I don't know for sure, but in Las Vegas, I think there are more content creators with like significant number of subscribers compared to.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think you're right, Roman. The most concentration.
I don't know why it is actually, to tell you the truth. I'm not sure why it's like that, but I think Vegas became probably a mecca for content creators. That's kind of number one. Even though a lot
I
of
I know the reason. It's Archie. Everyone comes to meet Archie. That's really what it's all
No.
about. Yeah.
especially right here, the guy from Flipping and Easy, John, and Jenna, beautiful Jenna, also here most likely. Didn't I just
Yeah.
see you guys earlier? Jeez, just can't shake you two. John, thanks for stopping by, and Jenna, thanks for stopping by, guys. Appreciate it. Archie and Mike appreciate it. It was a
Yeah.
fun show last night during your live. I was misbehaving a little bit, talking about goof off that John was advertising to clean stuff with, which is kind of all this. It's all Archie's fault, guys. All the stuff that has
Always
some
my fault.
strange names, I
You
always
really
bring it into some kind of weird way, guys. So today that's kind of one of the things. But sorry, guys, if I made anyone feel bad yesterday. I apologize with my dirty mind. See, it's all Archie's fault again.
what were you up to?
Yeah, that's not good, to kind of do that. Sell in the house, sells mercado, heavy hola, heavy hellos. See, there you go. Appreciate you stopping by, Sal. And I'm thinking Florida has more. See, John is saying Florida has more. Archie, what do you think? Do
Oh,
you?
I'm sure that's why Kerry's moving there. Like he can't even wait to get out of Vegas.
I think Florida doesn't have so like content creators with so many subs compared to Vegas content creators. So far, until
Are,
Kerry moves, maybe this
are
will
he?
probably be kind of equal, but I don't know.
Yeah. Could be
You know Florida has what the hells? They only have like 800,000 subs.
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
hell's actually? I know them personally because they're actually from here, from Ohio, and from
Oh,
around
that's
here.
right. I
So
forgot about that.
yeah, guys, what the hell's who is holding the record for the most subscribers in reselling history? Actually,
Do
it's
they
from
take
around
you?
Cleveland.
Do they take you coin pushing with them?
No, man, I actually met, I didn't meet Jeremy, but I met George, his wife right now, George. I met her a couple times before because I was kind of, when they were doing auctions
Yeah,
in
don't
the
worry.
past, I did buy something from them in the past and I drove to Worcester. So it's like about 40-minute drive from where they were
You
originally.
drove to Worcester and you didn't see me.
No, yeah, Lisa, sorry, at the time I didn't know you yet. So it kind of brings back.
Shame, shame, shame.
Yeah, so it was also Archie's fault. So everything that will happen today is all
Thanks
Archie's
again,
fault.
Arch.
I, I'm just one big Jimmy Buffett song. It's
Also,
all my
guys,
fault.
I want to mention something. Mike has a bit like when I listen to Locker Room podcast, Mike's what I appreciate, Mike, and I'll tell you right now is how you handle reselling business, which is very professional. I think if you guys can use Mike's example of how he does his messages to the buyers
I'm
and
not
how
telling
he
anyone I love them.
it's yeah, you can if you want to. But Mike, in my opinion, man, your thing was like how you doing that in the way that you're doing it. This is a perfect example of how to handle customer service for the buyers on eBay. How what I would say, Mike. What would you say when you hear someone start complaining about certain buyers, and you hear it a lot on lives and podcasts sometimes, and sometimes you can understand where the problem can arise. It's not just specifically all time it's buyer's fault. Do you agree
Yeah.
with that, Mike? That a lot of times there are a lot of bad sellers out there.
Oh, absolutely. There's good and bad in both the buyer and the seller community. Just like to say one thing though, based on what you said a minute ago. I didn't make any of this stuff up. I mean, I just by watching this one and that one and picking and choosing some, good suggestions. I just make it my own and develop like a customer service kind of program for myself. It's helped my business, and I do my best to really connect with the customers as well, because that's really a big help because you're ahead of the game. Like I said, as soon as someone, as soon as I hear that ka-ching, I go into motion and I say the message like you just heard me say earlier, and then I send them a packing slip with a little thank you note and a little pre-recorded blurb that's very easy. Just say, thanks for your purchase, blah blah blah, and you'll be sending your item out such and such day. And then I put a little sales pitch, tell them what I do and what I sell, and keep me in mind. And I really like it all helps. And then if I'm very fortunate in that I really don't have too many problems with buyers because I'm proactive. I kind of cut them off at the chase. You know what I mean? Like I pack things really well, and even if something breaks or something, or there's a problem, whether it's my
On that
fault or
earlier when I
theirs.
was talking to Mike on the phone, it's Archie's reception.
Yeah, right.
Kind of, yeah.
And
Oh, is it breaking up?
you hear me?
No, you're good. I can hear you.
Yeah. And that's it. Like I said, to take the little extra effort it takes to, make the customer feel that they're important, circumvents a lot of problems down the line. Now, to answer your question, Roman, there are some bad buyers, but like you said, there are some bad sellers as well. And I think that we should all make every effort to put our best foot forward to represent the seller community. And when something, not so great goes down, people are people. I understand, there's good and bad. So I don't get too crazy about if someone tries to scam me or return or whatever. I just smile and say, okay, I'm sorry you're not happy. And, I just move along and rectify the situation. If someone wants to return, I immediately, honor their request and just move on from there. And, it makes me sleep at night and it makes life a lot easier because I really don't have too many problems just in general with the buyers. But it happens. That does happen. What are you going to do? You're not going to avoid it. Like all you YouTube content providers, it's like I can understand your plight. Like you put out some good content and you get like 1,000 really good, comments, and then the one I know John does this, and a bunch of other people as well. You get one bad comment and it ruins your day. Focus on the 99 good ones, and don't. You're gonna get that one. You're gonna get that one bad buyer. You're gonna get that one bad commenter. On your video live stream, or pre-recorded, whatever. Uh, there's no avoiding it. So like just accept it and move on, and focusing on the good buyers, focusing on the good, the people that are really on your side as far as supporting you in your chats and whatever. And it saves you a lot of grief, believe me. I don't like to be unhappy, so I don't allow myself to be unhappy.
That is true, Mike.
Shame.
That's
I love
actually,
being unhappy.
yeah, that's true. That's what me and Archie finally learned is to kind of, be more professional about everything. Thanks, Archie, for
Roman's the only thing that makes me happy.
well, at
When
least
when I don't
something.
wake up to a text from you, ruins my day.
Yeah, I have Archie's
Not
photo.
touching it.
I have Archie's photo on my table. I always cry in the morning, like I miss him so much, and Archie always have to tell you that constantly, man. That like you rip my heart away, man. That's like every time I wake up, I.
You took my heart away.
I half believe it.
Maya is saying for closing sellers, I feel like the West Coast has way more YouTubers than Vegas. Maybe West Coast, I think, probably has more. Even though it's hard,
I don't think so.
it's hard to say. I mean, I am not sure. I mean, sometimes there are so many content creators nowadays that it's hard to even calculate which specific area will have more or less. I mean, it changes all the time, and we just see the ones. Mike, you probably will agree with me, and Archie most likely, even though Archie disagrees with me a lot,
And the two
but
of you cutting off
and Lisa too. But but I think from the community that we currently kind of see a lot of content creators either in lives, podcasts, appearing, in different lives and making videos and then appearing in lives or doing podcasts. I think there are a lot of content creators who never do that, who never appear in any lives or any podcasts. They're just doing what they're doing. It's kind of their business, and there are many of those.
Yeah,
And
there really are.
in reality, guys, there are many, many more of those content creators than the ones that appear as we see them almost on daily occasion in lives and leaving comments and stuff. So that's, in my opinion, it's just larger. We're kind of a small portion of the reselling community compared to this whole reselling kind of world of content creators. So, Archie, how was your? I mean, I know how Archie originally came onto the scene when I saw him in John and Jenna's room originally. Before that, Archie, I didn't know you. I think that much.
You know what, Roman? Mike and I had a little conversation before we came on live, and we decided that we weren't really going to talk about us anymore. We never hear anything about Lissa. So we want to actually interview Lissa.
Yeah, let's do it.
We want to get to know her. We want to find out what she's all about. So Lissa, when did you come on the scene? Tell us a little bit about you.
That's right.
She never talks. I want her to get more than 10 words in finally.
Yeah, listen, I'll put my glasses on so I don't see anything. Like in Big Daddy movie, remember with Adam Sandler? It's like, put the glasses on.
Roman can ask me stuff anytime. When did I come on the scene? What? Maybe people here don't
Actually,
want to know.
guy, Lisa, you can say it. I mean, you've been around for a long
I can
time.
say it. I can say it. Say what? What do you mean? When did
Well,
I come?
your twins here, by the way.
Yes,
Lisette just showed up.
I said hi, Twinsy. What do you mean? I bet what exactly?
Lisa
We want to know more about you. What do you sell? What platforms do you sell on? What is Lissa about?
Oh,
We want to give you the conch. We want you.
the conch.
We want to give you some minutes here.
Oh,
That's actually the
yeah,
right
I know how to
thing.
use the seashells. Yeah. Well, as far as like YouTube scene, I started watching content. I mean, I've been a reseller since I was a kid. I'm one of those. I really was. I didn't get an allowance. My parents always told me, you want money, you got to find a way to do it yourself.
He's gone.
So yeah, he'll pop back in.
So what did you sell as a kid? Were you selling like makeup, lemonade?
Actually,
fart jars.
Do you really want to know this? This seems weird. No,
Yeah, we do.
there.
all do.
Well,
I love the building.
it's kind of a multifaceted thing that I would like read the antique. I was fascinated with old things. I just always loved old things. And I went to all garage sales, riding my little pink Schwinn. And there was a consignment kind of antique store in town, and I would buy stuff at garage sales. I saw the things they were selling in the shop, and I would buy stuff with my change, and because I did stuff around the neighborhood for change, and then I would go sell them at the consignment store, get more money, and do that. And much to my mother's chagrin, I also would see things in wanted ads in the back of the collectibles magazines and things. And I lived across the street from an auction house, and I saw Antique Week magazine in there, the newspaper, and I'd see people wanted stuff. I'm like, I see that stuff. And I would buy the things, and I would call people. God bless these people, a child. And I had a little 110 camera, and back then you sent photos. I mean, a transaction would take a month. And I would get the photos developed, send them to people, talk to them on the phone. People would call, and my mother would be like, "Oh my God, Missy."
Now, how was your negotiating skills? Like, did you negotiate at a young age, or did you just?
In the beginning, there really wasn't. I mean, it was, here's the price kind of thing. But I started negotiating probably more around, I'd say like 12, 13. I'm like, if they're willing to give that, and I know other people pay this. And so I kind of started getting ballsy, and I think they were kind of impressed. They're like, damn, that kid just, okay. And so they'd give it to me. And actually there was a thing that sticks in my head. There was an old Amish man at an auction, and I had bought some things, and he had been bidding against me, and he comes over to me, and he wanted to buy one thing. It was a little bird book. and I wanted to be nice to him because he was older and respectful. And I sold it to him for $2. And he put his hand on me, which was unusual. And he said, "Dear, you're ever
I
gonna
think
make-"
this is a different show.
No, he
No,
said,
this
"Dear,
was not different.
Is Chris
if you're-
Hansen around?
if you're ever going to make money in this business, you need to ask more than you're hoping for." And that was it. And I just was very okay. And, I respected a lot. I grew up with the Amish community. And so I took that as thing. But then I started going to flea markets. We have a huge one here locally that, is huge in the East Coast, Hartville. And I started just hauling stuff up there and laying it all out. And it's just, that was in the days before eBay. And actually, it was at the flea market that people started talking about this. And it was, honestly, it was the gayest sounding word, eBay. And it was like, what is this? And I started going, And I had an older boyfriend at that time who was into computers and stuff. And
Was that the Amish guy?
Older
No.
boyfriend?
I set that one up for you.
Older
And
boyfriend.
I'm looking at stuff on there, and this was the archaic early days. This was, 1996. And I'm looking and I'm like, I can't get $15 for this at flea market, but people are paying $50. I was like, I am in. And he had a camera at work. And so I started doing that. And I started using his account. And then
That's smart,
one
Lisa.
day
Finally.
I came home and he was so sick of me using his account. He just set me one up, came up with the name, everything. And that was the beginning of the end. And why I continued to go to college over and over and over again. I had no idea that this would end up being my career. I've just naturally been a part of this. It's just a part of me and everything. Everywhere I go, my brain automatically comps everything I see. Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, I'll admit, if I come to your home, I'm not going to jack your stuff, but I can tell you what everything
The value it for
You know what? Speaking of eBay in the early years, and me, actually, while I was going to college, I mean, this had to be like 98, 99, maybe early 2000s. But I thought a great way to make money was I was going to buy all these sports memorabilia that, autographed. Like I wound up buying like a Michael Jordan ball or a basketball with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Phil Jackson, and Dennis Rodman. I got it for like $250. And I was going to buy all this memorabilia. And I did. I had a shitload of signed golf balls. And I mean, you name it. I had so much stuff, and I was going to take it to the flea market and I was going to resell it. Well, I mean, living in Vegas, I partied way too much. So I never got around to that. But when I went to try to resell it like a few years later on eBay, none of it was, all the COAs, they were bogus. So I had all fake stuff. So I made no money back on. So I learned early on about the fake COA. So don't buy fake stuff.
Archie has done a great job learning from everyone in the last 10 years. Even though he actually graduated with a degree in being cook in a restaurant. So that's a good job,
I think
Archie.
it was more than being a cook, but okay.
I was a marketing
genius.
By the way, Archie,
I became a fry boy.
No, and realistically, did you graduate 4 years of college or not?
Yeah, I graduated in 2001 from UNLV.
Wow, so you went to that's a big school. That's actually one of the biggest schools. Even though sports teams from UNLV don't do that good, but
well, I mean, they were good 1 year.
Your boyfriend ran his own Outback.
Wait, say it again.
About you. He didn't know his own boyfriend ran an Outback.
Yeah,
shame on you, Roman.
So, that's actually good, Archie, because you have a degree from college. So if that reselling thing doesn't work out, we both of us can open up some kind of dating agency in Las Vegas.
It's a good point. I say we do it anyway.
Yeah, bringing some women with like some cougars. And, look at Lisa, like, what the hell is going on?
We could do the reselling dating app.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yes, what do you think? We're going to start reselling dating type of podcast with Archie. What do you think, Archie? Let me say hello to Lisette, my twins in the house, New England Berry Boop. Lisette, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by.
Sure.
We got Danny in the house, Pickwa Resellers. Danny, welcome. Danny's son, guys, doing an amazing job playing sports. And I watch his Facebook post all the time. Great job on Parker. Also, Jenna in the house. Miss Flipping ain't hard.
Jenna.
Me and Archie have to send you kisses through the air because, you know, Archie taught me if you send kisses through the website, like a webcam, it actually is more important than you actually physically kiss someone. So, Archie, thanks for
it means more.
yeah, it means more to the person. Their heart becomes bigger. They kind of get involved. They love you more. So, guys, so there you go. Archie,
I think Woody should actually be a professor of reselling at college. I would join that class.
me too. I would just join Woody's class, not about reselling. I will just join it for any subject. Woody would be an amazing teacher, you know. We got Richard at the drop flips in the house who came to see Mike and asking, miss you, buddy. See, Mike, Richard is missing you already. So, Mike, you're going to see Richard most likely soon. We actually didn't talk that Richard also travels a lot to
Yes,
meetups.
I've seen him a number of times. Yep.
Yeah,
He's a good
Richard
guy.
actually is also a big traveler for meetups, and I always forget it because Richard has been to a lot of meetups. He is one of those people that actually travels to many of them, not like me, you know, but I have reasons, guys, you know, I would love to, but I can't because I always break my health down. Got Happy Picker Lori in the house. Lori, thanks for stopping by. And Kyle, thanks for stopping by. We got Wolfman's Goodies Chad.
Chad.
Thank you very much, man, once again. Thanks for sending us $5 super chat. Appreciate you very much. As always, Chad is amazing guy. Shagan is asking, have you seen the bear? If so, what do you think of it?
Yeah, I don't know what he means by the bear. I said, what do you mean, Carrie? I mean, what do you mean by the bear?
Maybe it's scary. Who knows?
I'm not in Crossville. Isn't that where you guys saw bears?
Yeah, we had deer walking into our backyard every day in the morning. Because now we had such a nice B&B over there.
Yeah. So,
It was
Archie, tell us, who was your inspiration originally to join reselling world when you?
Well, the very first person I saw was actually Pete, the Craigslist hunter, and it was actually a clickbait video. It was about some lady that was trying to sell like a fake Movado, and then that's what got me going down the rabbit hole. Because mind you, I wasn't even thinking about reselling at the time because I still had a career. I was just furloughed from it. And I think then the next one was Kevin, then John, and then John with Flippin' Ain't Easy, and then Scott Bearded Picker. I mean, those were the top guys I started seeing first that I learned from. But I'd say John with Flippin' Ain't Easy has probably been my guru. I mean, that guy and I have had so many conversations. I mean, I've heard Jenna literally yelling at him, "Get off the phone! I'm hungry. Come feed me. Come watch these crime shows with me. Spend a little more time with me.
You're dead, man. After each life, when they're done with the life,
go get me some more 3-inch tape." I've heard it all.
3-inch tape, guys. Guys, what do you think in the chat? Is 2-inch better than 3-inch tape? Tell us in the chat. Tell us in the comments. We appreciate it. We need to know. Archie told me that size doesn't matter, and I agree with him 100%. So,
I mean, it doesn't. Just two twos equal 4. Just put 2 twos next to each other. It's more than 3.
Exactly. But if you add 3 to...
He gone.
Yeah, goodbye.
Melissa, are we losing it? Is he gone?
No, it pauses. You know this. He pauses. Spectrum loves
that's the good part. He was about to talk about some more inches.
I actually, right when we started talking about inches, guys, my webcam and internet stops working instantly. I think also John didn't like me talking about when they disconnect from the live. John is like, "Okay, John, you're dead right now." So John runs away. He's like, "Help me, help me."
It was funny because we had the over under on when was John and Jenna going to fight, you know, how many minutes into their live yesterday were they going to actually get into a fight? It didn't take long, did it? It was like right away.
I can tell you one thing, that John and Jenna, they are like, it's amazing how great it works for them, you know, as a couple to do the live. It's just
Yeah.
unbelievable. Like, I don't know, like it's like a blessing to it. Like
Perfect.
when they even fight or like do something, it's already entertaining, and it's always shows how much they care for each other. You know, it shows through the screen. Even though that's how couples are. When there is agreement, it's when there is always an agreement. That's not how it works. It has to be always a disagreement or some sort of disagreement. That's how it's a great relationship. So congratulations, guys.
Yeah. I mean, there had to be a couple that took over after Lonnie and John ended their podcast together. You remember that?
Man, I actually at those years I didn't specifically watch the lives when John and Lani were doing them for some reason yet, but I rewatched some of them from like 2019, I think, or 2018. I don't remember. But at the time, I didn't watch a lot of content yet, so that's
It
why.
was fun to watch, you know, as it got on. You start figuring out when's that alcohol kicking in. I
Right.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, especially nobody's drinking anymore, so we're kind of getting to the point. Me and Archie decided that drinking is not good, right, Archie? So we kind of want to drink water, like tea, coffee. That's it. But I appreciate that Richard very much for sending a super chat. Mike has a real Cincinnati picker hat. I was there when he got it. So that was from the reseller rally when Mike bought the hat. Mike, do you still wear the hat?
I don't wear hats. I'm really not a hat wearer. I just bought it actually for a couple of reasons because like John was one of the first people that I watched as well, and that reseller rally was sponsored by John Cincinnati Picker, Pete, Craigslist Hunter, and Kevin, Commonwealth Picker, and he had he's pretty big into charity, and he had that charity auction for St. Jude, which happens to be I have a few charities I'm kind of affiliated with, but St. Jude is definitely my favorite one. So I was more than happy to bump up that bump up the auction and everything and make a donation. I took the hat home. I put it in a prominent spot in my bedroom, and I see it every now and then. And I have not put it on because, like I said, I'm not a hat wearer. But it's nice to know because, I've watched John's content for so long, and all those old videos, I know I have the hat that he was wearing. In fact, I did wear the hat. We had like a photo op after the auction. John had his new red Cincinnati Reds hat, and I put the old one on, and we went for the camera, and nice memento, a nice little remembrance.
But
That
that's
was a
cool.
nice
Yeah, that was very nice of you, Mike. You're always there to support. Mike supports everyone, guys, which is amazing and great. He got great personality, and that's no drama, and no drama coming from Mike. You can say right away, no drama is coming from Mike. He's not the person. I can tell how people are, and Mike.
Well, actually, Mike and I are in heavy discussions right now because we're going to start our own podcast, and we're going to call it the Reseller Tea Party, and we're just going to start dishing out some of the tea in the community. And we figure Roman.
Can I join?
We really did talk about this, but we're not going to do it, guys. So don't worry.
Don't worry.
But we really thought about something like the tea party where we just dish out all the tea.
Man,
'Cause
I actually can tell you one thing, Archie. If someone will come up with this particular idea of making this in a funny way, it's gonna go. It's probably gonna be someone like at least watching it, giving it likes, and supporting the channel. So you never know, man.
Yeah.
Maybe Ben will. Jen, I appreciate you very much. Don't tell my bad behavior. Jen, actually, yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing because John is also, will get angry at me and fly to Cleveland and beat me up. So we're not gonna do that. John is a big dude, guys. I will not be able to take on John, guys. That's it. Archie probably, but Marie. By the way, Marie Perlet in the house. Marie, welcome. I forgot to actually say hello to you. Marie is our great supporter, and Justin. And she's saying, are we talking man inches or actual inches? Marie, man inches actually are not that important. The inches for shipping boxes and tape, possibly they are. And Archie, most likely, we're not going to talk about very weird stuff because I respect Mike a lot.
Well,
And I don't
this
like
is
talking
this
about
is 8 inches, right?
that's about 8. Yeah, that's like it doesn't. It's gonna fit into certain areas.
That's what my
So
mom told me.
we kind of don't want to discuss it, guys. For every inch, there is a fans are like some women like certain amount, some don't. So we're not gonna discuss it because Mike. I have a lot of respect for Mike and Mike. So tell me, when you started watching content providers, I like how Mike actually describes it. Actually, it's funny, but it's
So
at
you
the
are.
same time interesting. When
Was
you
it like your internet provider?
yeah, it's kind of
Huh.
interesting. He mentioned content providers when I was watching Locker Room, and I wanted to make
He's
a
old
joke
school.
about Ben, but that's fine. Mike, how did you originally run into this reselling community? When you were you watching YouTube all along, or you just started to watch some kind of channel which led you to this?
No, like I said, I came into reselling eBay in 2020, and I knew nothing about reselling, nothing about the YouTube community, reseller community. But I knew that there was this thing called YouTube where you could learn anything that you want to learn on any topic. I mean, damn, you could you can learn how to do brain surgery by watching a YouTube video, right? So I figured let me just turn on search on reselling, content, and and a couple of things came up, and what happens is it kind of grows. I mean, you start watching one person, and you hear about others, and the same thing with with like the meetups. They grow and grow, and my main intent originally was to learn. And I didn't even know that it was going to be education. I mean, I didn't even know it was going to be like entertaining as well, but it really was. And I just started watching, and like the first, I think the first few that I watched was Cincinnati Picker and Dominic Primetime Treasure Hunter. I watched,
Yeah,
and
love Dom.
yeah, and Lonnie and Lonnie and Candace, and they were really good for like teaching me about how to pack and how to ship when I knew nothing. And then John came on the scene, and I just loved him and his shows, and
See,
he really has like the nice blend of personality and information, and he's really like real dedicated. Like I was telling him today when we were together, he was mentioning that he learned so much on the on the value added resources, and I said, man, it sounds so intriguing, but I don't even have to go and listen to it because you give us the reports all the time. So I learn a lot of stuff from him. But it went like a lot further with John and I. I just really love that guy and Jenner as well. I'm crazy about them. And like I said, the first time I came to Vegas, oh, I was so scared. I really wanted to meet him and Jenna and meet Carrie and Dawn because I know they were Las Vegas people, So I invited them to dinner, and I I like I invited to dinner at a restaurant in my hotel, and I was so nervous that like 8 or 10 times during the day I'd go down to the restaurant and make sure it was still there. I mean, talk about about silly and
Man, that's nice of you,
time.
man. That's nice of you, Mike.
But I continued to to branch out and to watch others, and I learned that in addition to being able to learn from all of these people, uh, I really kind of like got an attraction to them all. That's why when I finally started meeting everyone in person, and, let me tell you something. Not one person that I've watched extensively on YouTube when I go to meet them are any different at all. And it's really like it's amazing that everyone is pretty real, and there's no you meet them for the first time. You watch them on YouTube, for a period of time, and you really feel like you've known them forever. But now you've actually met in person, and you can say, "I know this person." And I just continued watching and watching. I mean, I spend usually between like 8 and 10 hours a day on my business, and whenever I'm working on my business, and even if I'm out, away from it, I always have a YouTube video on. You know, I mean, I've literally watched thousands and thousands of hours of content because it's like uh, I've learned a lot. There's always something to learn, but as far as learning the basics, I've been there before, but I didn't stop viewing because now I watch because of the entertainment value. I think a lot of the providers out there are like really funny and entertaining, and they get me through the day. I haven't watched TV in like 4 years. I only watch YouTube stuff, and also because now that I've met everyone in person, or most of them in person, I'm watching my friends. Like when I watch you, Roman, I know I met you. And it's like, hey, I'm hanging out with my buddy Roman, even if I don't see him like every day or whatever.
Yeah,
So
thanks, Mike.
it's great.
Man, you got a big heart, man. You got a
It's a
great
great
heart.
bridge. Thank you. Thanks, Roman.
Hey, I want to say something about John and Jenna though. How their channel does not have more subscribers is beyond me. Because first off, if you have not been to one of their lives, it's very interactive. I mean, you're missing out. Very interactive. They read all the comments. And as far as when they're not live and John puts out just his normal content, I mean, I get it. He's like always 15 minutes behind Rockstar Flipper with, the current news. But I mean, let's be real. John is on top of it. He's a little more in depth. He actually explains it so that we understand it. So if you're not subscribed, go subscribe to them.
Yeah, guys.
Tell them Biscuitbutt sent you.
Yeah, guys, John and Jenna, and most of you in the chat, I'm pretty sure I'll put the channel in for John and Jenna. And most of you guys I know are subscribed to them already for a while and watch their lives and John's interesting videos about different things. And they're truly, in my opinion, couples that are doing lives right now because the way I think, because I'm not watching, most likely, I apologize, a lot of other channels that I'm not familiar with yet. But for me personally, guys, when I enjoy watching John and Jenna's lives whenever I can, go watch them live, or I can rewatch if I'm busy or sleeping most of the time nowadays. I'm just I enjoy it a lot. And here's our channel, guys. Once again, if you're not subscribed, please do so, because they actually I like the positivity. I like the advice they give, and they're true to themselves, and no fakeness at all in
Yeah,
them.
they're very real.
There is no fakeness. You can tell sometimes. There are many channels, but you can tell, right, for me personally, from my point of view, because everyone has their own brain. They can watch certain things and say like, "Oh no, this is a real person," but in reality, I'll watch it and say, "No, most likely not."
Now,
for YouTube,
Now, Lori, Happy Picker, she said that she subscribed, but she hasn't been watching. Now, is that a husband and wife duo that you would love to also see doing some lives?
Oh boy, you're just hit the
That
things,
would,
aren't you?
that would be crazy too.
It's gonna be interesting. I mean, yeah, Lori and Kyle can do their own live and do that. I mean, I don't know.
I feel like Lori would actually be taking her shoe off and like smacking him upside the head, and she's not going to take it. Jenna just uses her words. She's not physical, but Lori,
Yeah.
I think she's going to be doing some backhanding.
Yeah, probably. You never know. But they're fun people. Lori and Kyle are very fun people. If they're gonna do their own life, also, it's gonna be a lot of fun because they were our guests first of all when we just started our life journey on this channel. So, and we appreciate all of our guests, guys, and the future guests. It's something that we enjoy, guys, and hopefully you too. Even with my bad jokes and Archie, my love for Archie will never leave me. It doesn't matter if someone takes Archie away. I will always have his. There is gonna be always love in my heart for Archie. So yeah, Caesar, I cannot do that.
How do the kids do the one? I don't. They now do this new one.
I cannot express my love this way, just outside of the box. I have to show.
Okay, we'll just do eternity.
Man, eternity is it's like nothing helps me, man.
Or wait, that would be like eternity would be like, I don't know.
I need some physical contact, man. So, thank you, Roman. Look at y'all being so sweet. No problem, guys. Hopefully, you're not arguing right now with each other about reselling. Christine T. Anderson in the house. Sorry, I'm late. Christine, we're gonna forgive you. even though I still love Archie, but there is love for you too. There you go. Richard saying, Mike, reach out to me. So there you go. Richard is asking for help. Mike, so reach out. So and
I will.
Mike already answered. We got Ruler Squirrel, Kristen in the house. Kristen,
What's
welcome.
up, Kristen?
Appreciate you stopping by.
Miss you, Kristen.
Kristen in the house. Mike, when you
Yes, sir.
when you travel, do you always? I know that you most likely always source wherever you go.
Yeah.
My question is, how do you, for example, if you find something really big and that you cannot take with you on a plane, do you actually ship it to yourself, or you give it to someone and they ship it to you?
Yeah, no, I'm not Art. You know, before I answer that question, I offered Art.
You were earlier when I saw you with your shirt off.
Art, Art would stay with me when we were in what was it, Cincinnati?
Yeah, Cincinnati.
And he brought this whole shitload of stuff, and he came from Vegas with a small, I'm not even a carry-on, a small carry-on, and it was full, of course, and that's all he had. And now he like bought all this crap from from the sourcing and everything, and he didn't have any place to put it. I guess it was, I asked him later, it was supposed to be up, so he gave it all to me. So that's just how it is. But what I've done is like I've learned throughout my experience to like little tricks and tips and everything. And the first thing that I learned that I did is I bring one suitcase, but inside that suitcase is another suitcase. So inside the second suitcase, I put all my.
And then Art was in that suitcase.
Yeah, the dog man.
He can probably
And
fit in because he's
he
not that
could.
big of a guy. So yeah, he can.
Right.
Sorry, Art. I know, man. Art will probably
So-
now bless me.
I heard I was
So-
getting crammed in the suitcase.
I will fit you too. So anyway,
That's true.
so I always have two suitcases, but I carry I check in one on the way to the destination, and then once I'm there, I take the second suitcase out. Now I have one complete suitcase to put my stuff in. Now that worked out pretty well for a while until I really got the hang of sourcing remotely, where I like didn't fit the second suitcase, the stuff in the second suitcase. And I don't know about you, but I can't really navigate three suitcases. So I just learned how to just, scavenge some boxes and shipping tape. Like I was in a hotel once, and I just gave him a couple bucks. I said, "Can you give me some boxes, and can I borrow your tape gun?" I've since learned to bring my own now after that time. And I just package up, whatever doesn't fit in that second suitcase. And like when I'm here, Archie and John, ship it for me. And when I was down in the Trash to Cash meetup, my friend Jefferson Benz shipped a whole bunch of dress patterns for me that I got at the Webster Flea Market. So there's ways, and like I said, now that I know I can just ship, unlimited amount of stuff by UPS or FedEx, then I really don't hold back. I mean, at first I would always like to look, I had a certain criterion for what I picked up when I'm away. Like when I'm home, I just pick what records abandoned. But when I'm away, I try to pick out things that are a good, a good return from investment item that's small and hopefully not too heavy. So I like put the blinders on. I sell golf clubs, but when I'm out here, I don't look at golf clubs. I don't look at big stuff. But if something's like fairly big and I can't really, feel I can pass it up, I bring it home and I bring it to Archie's house. I got my entire bedroom. I'm staying with Archie, for those of you who don't know, for the whole 2 weeks. And my whole
Same
bedroom,
twin bed.
Yeah,
Same bed. Is Archie sleeping at least in his own bed? I hope.
Yeah.
No, same twin bed.
Hey, none of our business. If they want to snuggle, I still want to know which one's
Yeah.
the spoon, the big one or the
Well,
little. No.
Yeah, I'm the big spoon. And,
With these little guys with us.
but no, seriously, he gave me my own room, and actually, this is the kind of guy Archie is. For those you don't know him, Archie took his mattress and gave it to me, put it in the guest bedroom so I could be comfortable, and he's sleeping on, I don't know, some like air mattress bunk beds.
I got tired of sleeping on the yellow stains. Come on.
So with his puppies. So just what I was going to say was that if you look at my bedroom right now, I have like boxes and bags of all the stuff that I'm going to have to ship home. Because unfortunately, and sadly enough, I'll be leaving Vegas on Tuesday. And don't think I didn't consider changing my plane reservation and staying another week.
Come on, guys.
But I got stuff at home to do. I'll be back. I'll be back in March to Vegas because the next Boss Reseller remix will be in.
Yeah, everybody try to come to that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The Boss Reseller remix. BOSS.
Yeah, Katie and Vicky do a real nice job. It's like it's one of the more I hesitate to say formal because it's it's not. It's just like one of those where we meet in the hall. We convene at the Blind Center in Las Vegas. And for those of you who've never been there, it's amazing. It's like this venue where they rent it out for different functions and affairs. It's a beautiful space. It's owned and housed and operated by blind and visually impaired people. They have an eBay store. What they do is they collect electronics and scrap metal and everything. And these blind people and visually impaired people, they it's amazing. They fix the stuff. They have like these big wide screens, and I just every time I go there, I take a tour, and they ship it. They have like $1 million business on eBay. They accept donations, and so that's one nice aspect. So the venue for the boss. I'm giving you a pitch for the boss, but it's nice. It really is nice, and like they have speakers, and they have breakout groups, and they have the vendors and everything. But it don't stop there. And here's what I was saying before: it's like these things are so damn fun. I mean, you can come in just for the education and the networking, because that's a big part of it, and meeting up with people, during the week. But they have like, Vicky and Katie, I don't know if you know them, but like the greatest gals. They're a riot. They have something called the Vegas Fremont Street Crawl, where we all meet at Container Park, and we walk down Fremont Street and not only see all the crazy people, but beat all the crazy people, and they're really all nice events. So like these meetups, they're awesome, man. I tell you. Like I said, I've been to every one that I possibly could. I missed one. I was sick. I couldn't do it. The doctor told me I couldn't fly, and otherwise I would have been sick and gone. Just but it was advised against. But I'm going to all of them. And again, I know everyone can. I'm just very fortunate that I have that opportunity, and I like to travel, and I like to combine travel with something that's constructive and building up my community. So I really enjoyed it. They're a lot of fun.
All right, Lissa. So back to you, Lissa.
Okay.
So now let's fast forward. So are you still with your Amish boyfriend, or is that no more?
You know the English.
So where do you like to source?
Estate sales.
Like what are your? So you go to a lot of estate sales still?
No, not still. I haven't done that in a while because, as we know, I've got plenty. Many a joke for Roman. No, I've got plenty. There's a point, as we
plenty
know,
Amishmen or what?
Oh my God, no, it's one thing to get nuts for the winter, but there can be a point where you just got to go. I've got plenty. I've got all this sunk cost in here, and you've got to turn it back into cash. So. But I love estate sales. That's my jam. I mean, I'll go to garage sales, but they've been getting, lean. Especially our area. When my community had theirs this summer, I went, picked up a few things, but really, baby stuff, toys, not my gig. I'm more the real antiques and jewelry. Ladies accoutrement. if it's fancy and shiny and hence the name, baubles, blings, and then needful
things. Yeah.
Yes, junk.
What about you, Mike?
We gotta have.
What's that?
Where do you like sourcing?
Anywhere and everywhere, wherever I can go. I used to when I was younger. This will date many people, but there used to be a bumper sticker. Well, some people say, "What's a bumper sticker?" But there used to be bumper stickers that said, "I break for garage sales," and I struck me funny for some reason. And now I'm one of those people. I'll break for any garage sales. I see a sign. It's a little tough this time of the year because you see all the politician signs and the Halloween decorations. But as soon as I see a yellow sign or something, I'm right turn into it and go. I go 3-4 days a week to garage sales, estate sales. Not too many thrifts around me. That's why I take advantage of it when I'm elsewhere. But I just love them.
It's actually an
Nope.
interesting subject that Archie brought up about sourcing in New York, which is actually true to the point. But Mike, you live in an area of New York. It's not like one of New York boroughs, right? It's not like Brooklyn or Queens. Or...
No. I live in Yonkers, and it's the first northern suburb of the boroughs. I live just adjacent to the Bronx. Manhattan's in the middle. Bronx is north of Manhattan, and then Yonkers is just on the border. I can get to like Midtown Manhattan without traffic, of course, in about 15 to 20 minutes. I mean, I don't go down there a lot because normally it takes 3 hours with the traffic. But I'm like, I get the best of both worlds. I live, shortly, not too far away from the cultural center of the world. Nice to go see theater and ballet and dance and everything, and I enjoy that. And yet, I live in a nice suburban area. Very comfortable.
Mike, Christine Anderson asking, I must know which pasta dish you prefer. A classic puttanesca or cacio e pepe? Cacio e pepe.
She's asking you,
Oh,
Mike.
she's asking me. Well, unfortunately, I'm on keto, so I refuse to answer that question on grounds that it might make me break my diet. But I'm Italian, so I love all pasta.
Yeah, we went out to eat the other day, and they asked him what he wanted to drink, and he says, "Can I get a salsa?" So she brought us salsa and chips, and he wanted a seltzer.
Seltzer. That's actually Italian food.
Salsa.
Salsa is Italian food also. So there you go. So Mike, so when you in New York, I think you still go to garage sales in New York during the summer months, correct? Not in the winter when there are no garage sales. Yeah.
No,
So
like I'm sorry. Okay.
no, go ahead.
Yeah, well, our season typically is like it starts and then picks up speed like mid or late April, goes through about this time of the year, and again, and it peaks like in the middle of the summer. But I tell you, like when once the last garage sale happens and it's down to one or two or less than that, and you just don't go out anymore. I start jonesing. I get like all winter. I'm like, give me a garage sale. I'll do like some estate sales throughout the winter, but I really love them. I tell you, it's really cool, and I just embrace them, and I have a pretty nice death pile, which gets me through the winter. But there's nothing like actually going out and sourcing and then bringing that stuff home. And the best things that you pick that day, you can throw up on the platform and look if you can get a ka-ching.
Interesting. So, but
Which you're the only one that got so far.
What's that?
Which you're the only one that got so far.
Well, if Alex the Beard King Picker is listening, I don't know if he's in. I think he stopped by before. He's the real king. He if you ever listen to the Reseller locker room, he gets like 3 or 4 ka-chings.
Yeah. I saw actually. I didn't watch. I actually did have to watch the one where Archie was a guest. I didn't watch that yet to leave my comment because I was getting ready this week. Actually, when I watched the one with you, Mike, on there, then I was deciding to watch Archie next day, and then I didn't watch it because I had to go sourcing. So it's like, and then I have to come back home to exercise, and then I don't have time. I'm tired, and that's it. I fall asleep constantly. That's like normal.
It's okay. I don't watch your stuff either.
Yeah, thanks, Archie. I know that me and Archie kind of love each other, but by distance. I mean, we don't like to watch the channels, and we just kind of meet up in chat rooms in the lives. We got Thrifty Mom in the house, Kristen. Beautiful Kristen in the house. Whatnot, one of the Whatnot legendary sellers on Whatnot. Kristen is actually doing amazing job on Whatnot, and Lori also, guys. So there are a lot of Whatnot sellers in here today. So, Mike, do you plan to sell on Whatnot in the future, or you want to stick to?
Boy, we didn't plan this, Roman, but thanks. It's a nice segue. I I was onboarded on Whatnot about 2.5 years ago. I was at one of the Trash to Cash meetups. Again, another benefit, and the this really nice guy named Anthony, who was a Whatnot representative. He had like a little time to pitch and everything, and he made it snort. He said, "Look, everyone in this room," and there were like about 200 people in the room. He says, I know you guys are all serious resellers. So if you like, you can all meet in the hallway after during this break, and I'll onboard you all together. And that's what he did. There was about 25 of us. He did like a 5-minute pitch. We all raised our hands saying we want to be resellers, and we were automatically eligible to sell on whatnot. However, I haven't done anything with it. I haven't done any selling with it since coming up shortly. I'll get to that in a second. And the reason why, and again, another reason why I really am grateful to my experience with the resellers is just like I wasn't comfortable appearing on the YouTube video. I wasn't comfortable on appearing, and I know you can do a Todd with just showing your hands and whatever, but I was just really so uncomfortable even being on any kind of live performance. I never did a whatnot video. However, as I explained before, with my newfound confidence and my ability to be at ease and comfortable behind the camera, I am doing my first whatnot auction, and it's going to be Monday. John was gracious enough to kind of include us in. He's gonna do whatnot right after his live on Monday night, and Archie's gonna do one as well, and I'm gonna do one. We're guys gonna collab, and we're gonna do a whatnot auction that Monday night after his live, and I am so excited because it's not like I didn't want to do it. I really wanted to do it, but I kind of really wanted to be on my friends' YouTube videos as well. But it's a long story. I just confidence issues, but like I said, the reselling community, because they're so nurturing and comforting and supportive, you can't help but really, busting through your fears and your apprehensions about stuff. So pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to my first whatnot Monday night.
It's actually gonna go great, Mike. I think that you guys gonna do great since the last whatnot when Archie was helping John and Jenna.
Yeah, that was funny. That was
That
a
was
lie.
the best.
So you got to come join us this Monday night. John's going first. Flipping ain't easy. Then Mike. Then me. But we don't know what kind of shenanigans we're going to get into yet.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
There's guaranteed to be shenanigans.
Oh yeah.
Guys, so make sure to join on Monday night. Flipping and Easy will be doing whatnot show, which will be entertaining, guys. Believe me. Most likely this time, John will not slap Archie that hard that he had to remain off the internet for a year.
Paybacks.
So we don't know how that's gonna go, but John, you see, it's gonna be payback this time. So you better wear some kind of equipment, like a boxing helmet or something, like a football helmet, because you never know. And now Archie will hide again.
Well, this one may involve chocolate ice cream, marshmallows, and peanut butter.
Oh, actually,
So stay tuned.
Guys, most likely it's gonna be food fight. And
popsicle sticks.
By the way, guys, I forgot to say hello to Anthony, Dragon Master Finds. Again, my bad. Anthony, hope you're feeling better, my friend. I know that you're not feeling good, but get better. Anthony has been doing a lot on YouTube lately and also doing deep shows, and has been doing whatnot shows. So Anthony knows what's up, guys, about everything. And guys, by the way, let me put in Flipping an Easy link to the whatnot. And here you go. So follow them on whatnot so you will not miss their fun show on Monday night. Archie, when we gonna be doing whatnot with you, man?
Hey, can you put ours in there too? You know what? I'm ready. I want to get this next one under my belt so that I did it like 2 years ago, and it was way different. They didn't have media mail, and I tried to sell laser discs, and I just got hosed. So I kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. But now I hear they're doing media mail, so I don't know. I'm gonna try and unload some records that I have, and some hats. I think Mike's gonna do some hats, some Yankees hats, or no?
Yeah. Just
There'll be some Yankees hats.
Whatever I was able to grab this.
Yankees hats, guys. I don't know about that, guys, because you know what happened to my Cleveland Indians team playing against New York. Sorry, I know there are a lot of Yankees fans, guys. Only me. I'm a schmuck rooting for the Cleveland teams that cannot win ever against any bigger market teams. Unfortunately, all pro sports guys, I know some of you may not agree with that A lot of pro sports teams from bigger markets have a much bigger advantage of winning a championship compared to small market teams like Cleveland or Las Vegas. Archie's like, no way, Las Vegas won. Gold
Oh,
medal.
I I can't stand Las Vegas Raiders, but who they're playing this week, that's my team.
Yeah, guys, so you know who they're playing this week? It's gonna be Kansas City Super Bowlers. Kansas City Super Bowlers, guys, will be playing the Raiders in Vegas at the
And I'm
stadium.
not a bandwagon. I'm not a bandwagon fan. I'm from Kansas,
Yeah, guys.
so
So,
I'm a huge fan.
Mike, what is your favorite sports team, or you don't follow sports that much?
Kansas City. Kansas
Wow.
City Chiefs.
So
Oh,
I
my
rest
story.
my case. Lisa, what is your favorite team? Let's ask Lisa, since we already were asking Lisa so many questions. I don't know Lisa's favorite team, guys. It's gonna be difficult.
She's like the
I'm
Tiger
sure
Woods Royals.
No, I'm sure it's whatever ADH Dave's is. He and I are about the same on our teams.
Yeah, so unfortunately, me and Lisa from the area here in Ohio, guys, that has to follow, not all of us, of course, but you know how it is, guys. You follow the teams from your city. Sometimes you're gonna run into people who don't, because, like, for example, Oakland Raiders that used to be in Oakland and relocated to Las Vegas, they actually have a bunch of fans from different cities that actually don't follow the Raiders, even in Las Vegas, as they don't care for them much because Raiders were moving around all over the place. So
Well, now
that's
we're getting the A's, and I think 3 years.
yeah, and man, I think that I don't understand why Oakland is losing, but I kind of understand. But Athletics were kind of also legendary team back in the day for baseball, and now also moving. They're gonna spend 3 years in Sacramento, guys. That nobody will ever follow them, and then move to Vegas, guys. For big fan base, big like rich city like Vegas, guys, can afford a lot of pro teams. So that's why they get a lot of teams now, and it's good for Las Vegas because Las Vegas has it going on. Viva Las Vegas, guys!
Viva
Cannot,
Las Vegas.
yeah. See, there you go, guys. I put in the links for both John and Jenna's whatnot, and also Archie Biscuittbutt whatnot link. So please follow them. And they're gonna do. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a fun show. I'm trying to make a show. It should be fun if I will do one because I'm kind of getting certain inventory right now to try to do whatnot just for me to have experience. And I know it's gonna be fun for me to do that. It's just, you know, it doesn't matter what everyone says, guys, about whatnot. It's a fun experience, right, Mike? Mike, I think when you try to do whatnot on Monday, you're gonna actually enjoy it, and hopefully, I don't know if certain inventory, of course, like you're selling on eBay, will be suitable for whatnot. Like me, like it's not a lot of inventory that's for me personally is suitable for what I find to resell for whatnot. So I don't know. It's kind of difficult. And Mike, most likely, like it's a business model for specific. I would say each specific individual that doing those types of shows. Deep Dit, District, Knickknacks, One Stop Shop, whatnot is different anyway. But it's kind of a good experience to do live selling.
Yeah.
Archie, what do you think, man? Do you want to do like mostly because you're gonna be great at it, man? If you're gonna do
Oh,
whatnot
yeah.
consistently, Archie probably will kill it. Archie, what do you think? Instead of doing DoorDash.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really source for things to sell and whatnot. We were even going to try Dib Dip, but we just never really coordinated it with Kevin or Carrie because we kind of wanted to piggyback off them or have them join the live too and sell with us so that obviously we got more people that came into the live, but just couldn't coordinate it. So we're going to do whatnot only this time. But I don't know. Like I say, yeah, I don't really try to source things. I like getting bigger electronics type things. I
Like
like
me, yeah, like me, man.
I like to sell higher end, yeah, electronics and even clothing. If I can find some expensive clothing, but yeah, I try to maximize my money. I just feel like it's too much work, maybe.
I think
I mean, but
yes,
with that said though too, I mean, I'm not opposed to if I go to a garage sale and I see something, that they have just a bulk of things for cheap, buying it and trying it, and flipping money. I mean, that's the great thing about Whatnot is you can literally buy it today and have it sold today.
Yeah.
I
And
agree
for
with
me,
that. That's actually a perfect right there, Archie. Perfect description of Whatnot is that not just Whatnot, DeepDit and Knickknacks and all those platforms on District. I mean, it is an opportunity and to sell it much faster and get money faster and turn the
Yeah.
inventory over faster. But Archie described it, me like the same way. I find stuff that I enjoy sourcing for is which is mostly electronics, which I don't know if it's not in my opinion. I don't want to put it on Whatnot and sell it on Whatnot. It's just me. It's just I can sell it for more money on eBay or Mercari even or Poshmark sometimes. So it's not like I don't want to. It's just I don't have ability or time. And believe me, if I had time and people helping me, there are certain sellers who have a lot of help doing different types of reselling, either with regular platforms or like live selling. If I had help, of course, guys, it would be kind of opportunity where I don't have to source for what I kind of like to source for and just do like plush or for Whatnot or clothing stuff like that. And having help, yes, that's definitely. It's actually gonna improve your business. You're gonna bring in more money in that way, and that's unfortunately in my situation right now it's not happening yet. So that's what I want to say. Mike, so when you were traveling like right now, when you're gonna go back to New York, and what is gonna be something that you can take away from your visit this time to Archie's place? How did you enjoy your stay currently? I know Archie is amazing host and amazing human being,
he
and in
really
my
is.
opinion, one of the best. And helping people, supporting, meeting
Yeah,
people in Vegas, driving around people. He has a big heart. It's like me, man. It's like
yeah,
whenever I have someone in come to see me in Cleveland, and next week, Big Bro Auctions, he is coming here to
No,
visit.
he canceled his trip.
Well, he canceled his trip, so he's not coming anymore, guys. But
Oh,
he was supposed to be here, so we messaged with each other. And as you guys learned in the past, also when guys from reselling community and whoever is content creators came over, it's always was important for me to hang out with them because I'm such a person. I love to do that. I'm always like for that. And Archie has shown just being an amazing person throughout the times that I've known him now. And he always meets you guys, whoever comes to Vegas and stuff,
yeah.
even though he doesn't share bed with anyone. But that's normal. I mean, he only tries to share bed with me, but I was against it. That's like he said.
but I mean, here's the thing though. I mean, I am fortunate living here in Vegas that a lot of people do come in town, not even for reselling events, just for R&R, whatever. Like Larry Wayout is in town right now for a convention. So I'm very fortunate that if I know somebody's coming here, I live literally 8 minutes, if not less, to the airport. And then from the airport to wherever they're staying, it's not gonna, it's not too far. So for me, like I've always said, like in this reselling business, we're always in our house by ourselves. So you guys are kind of like my coworkers. So it's kind of nice to, even if, some of the people I've literally only met in a 10-minute car ride to their or from the airport to their hotel room and never seen them again, but that 10 minutes is incredible time as far as meeting people and getting to know them a little better. So yeah, I mean, I'm fortunate being here.
That's cool. So, Mike, how was the schedule this week with Archie? Does Archie wake
Oh,
up?
crazy.
Does Archie wake up for garage sales earlier than you? Or you have to drag him out of bed? It's like, Archie, wake up! Wake up! It's time to go.
No, he was pretty good. Like I said this morning, we're meeting John to go picking, and we had a spot picked out, and calculated how much time we needed to get there, and so we had agreed to get up at 5:30, and he was up. I was pretty much on the same keel. And every other day that we've had to go out. Surprisingly enough, he was really there and on time and just really the greatest guy. Getting back to what you said before.
How much do I owe you?
Yeah. Mike, who is planning the garage sale routes? Are you planning them or Archie does?
No. John was our navigator. He would take point, and we would just follow him, and he watched the use the garage sale apps, and we'd just go wherever he led us, and then we'd get out in the car and go pick it together, get back in the cars, and continue on.
How's inventory compared? Say, is it like from your experience, Mike? How's the stuff that you're finding at garage sales in Vegas compared to other places? For example, Crossville. Do you find better stuff in Vegas, or you find?
Yeah, pretty good. Now today was like really kind of like a crap out, to be honest with you. Like I ended up buying two things, and Archie bought two things, and I think John bought two things. So it wasn't one of our best experiences. But I remember the first time I came to Vegas and went picking with John and Archie. I was pretty happy. It was amazing, actually. I've always had fond memories, and good quality stuff, and prices aren't bad. And I guess it's different all over, but kind of jaded in New York. I know it's available there and this and that. As far as you asked about Crossville, yes and no. The setup on these highway sales is that every year they have like it's a 4-state highway sale across Kentucky and I don't know, I remember Kentucky
Ohio actually too.
Ohio, right? And they have the entire 127 is packed with all of these what we call tent city vendors, and these are like the pros. These are like the really hardcore vendors, and they they get set up to tents and they have all their merchandise and everything, and then you go up and down these tent cities. And I wasn't particularly fond of them, to be honest, because these are professional guys and the prices are a little high. And again, it has to be because they're paying the rent to to set up, and it's kind of like they don't bargain either because you want they're selling something for $20 and you say we take 18 for it. They say no because they know that they will sell it for 20. It might be 4 years from now because they just keep on carrying this stock around. So for me, not too many great bargains from the tent cities, vendors. But what I liked was like, so you go down to 127, and there's like garage sale signs. You take off and hit the garage sales, and these were just regular inhabitants of Crossville or Kentucky or wherever you went, and you got it's like a regular garage sale. So I did much better at the garage sales than the tent cities. Although if you really know how to pick, I tell you can do good because like I was fortunate to be with Shane and Ben and Chris Easy Pickens, and these guys know this shit. I mean, they pulled out some amazing finds, but I don't have that ability. I don't have that ability to really find take from something that I just feel is overpriced and not a bargain for me. But they know how to like dig in and get some stuff. I mean, they literally pulled out thousands of dollars worth of stuff. And again, great thing about the meetups and the picking together is you're there with them, witnessing and learning. I knew nothing about Hot Wheels, at all. And it seemed like Crossville was the Hot Wheel capital of the world because every vendor had Hot Wheels. And we learned how to, I learned from them. They already knew, what to find and what to look for. And I just looked through a sea of Hot Wheels and I'd see a bunch of $2 items. But they know you should get in and get the right item that's like, hundreds of them. So it's pretty cool. I did learn. But basically, to answer your question, I'm a garage sale person at heart. So I favored the garage sales to the tent cities. The tent cities were cool because you saw a lot of cool stuff. It was entertaining to watch.
Now, Mike, you will not be going to the tent cities here in Vegas because
No,
it's something completely different.
thing.
Mike,
You got to go through some tunnels and you might be stepping over some things and some bodies. And
I don't know. I haven't watched those YouTube videos yet.
And you guys, by the way, Mike, do you list when you find all the stuff while traveling? You list it right away, right? Or you just?
Well, I did about No, I do the best I can. I mean, like, I did get a lot of stuff. I mean, we went to the bins, the Salvation Army and the Goodwill bins. Got a ton of stuff there. And garage sales last Saturday was really good. We got a lot of stuff. So I got a ton of stuff. I've been listening as I've been going along, new stuff. And I have a kind of couple of little tricks that I do when I'm away. I put my store on time away for 2 weeks. So what I did was, like, before I got here, I developed like a draft bank, which I don't usually do. I usually just list and launch, list and launch, because I knew I was going to be away for 15 days. So I worked hard, a little harder before I came here in preparation, and I listed without launching. I think about 30 or 40 items. But I'm like impatient. Like, in 3 days, I had everything launched, so I wasn't, I wanted to just kind of keep my store active, but as we went to the garage sales, I was able to list stuff. And another thing that I do when I'm away, whether I'm away, far or at the supermarket or whatever, I'm always, ending in sell similar, because that kind of keeps the algorithm happy and keeps the store going.
Every day.
So yeah, so like I really go to town with that. I every day, like maybe 10 or 15 items. I end the items and I sell some, and I learn something from someone, which makes sense. I used to like end sell similar and launch right away. But if you just keep them in your draft bank for a couple of days, eBay is not as prone to, figuring out that you're just ending and selling similar. So I've been doing that. So I've had like a constant flow of between my draft bank items and the end and sell similar and the items that I have newly listed since I've gotten here. But I'm not anywhere close to listing everything that I
But that's
that I source here.
what. Tell me the truth, Mike. When you saw Archie's
lie.
setup, when you saw Archie's setup, how he lists
boy.
stuff with inventory.
All right, Lissa. So the next question.
Yo, yeah, shove it off on me.
No, we're not talking about Archie's setup.
Yeah,
Or
we're gonna.
just-
Yeah, let's not talk any of these setups. It's just
Actually, Mike did me a solid. He actually organized my boxes for me.
Oh,
my little box.
Mike, thank you from the
Shelby.
bottom of my heart, man, because Archie was telling me he uses those boxes to hide from his dates. So he's like a bunch of boxes all over. So when they come over his place, he just hides and they just leave. He cannot find them.
I make them put boxes together for what I'm about to ship out.
Oh
Put them
man,
to work.
that's very interesting actually. That's kind of a good dating technique. You bring a date home and say, "Come on, honey, you gotta, prepare."
It's like, yeah, I'll never see her again, but hey, I've got tomorrow's shipment done.
Exactly. See, that's a good technique, guys. If you ever need a date to make sure you got all the boxes ready, bring her home and tell her to prepare the boxes. And then you can tell her, "Thank you, honey. That's why I brought you here to do the
See you
job."
later.
See you later, alligator. Let's see. Actually, about 10 cities, guys. Mike, I don't know. 10 cities may have some good inventory. I mean, John and Jenna and Archie are familiar with 10 cities in Las Vegas, but you never know. You can find some good, very expensive stuff over there to resell on eBay. I don't know. It's like,
well, if eBay doesn't pick up, we're going to be living in Tent City. Come on, guys, stop. Get down.
yeah. See,
Dogs keep trying to infiltrate us.
Yeah, John is saying Roman thought that 10 City was a morning condition. That's actually true. Kind of morning conditions, John, it's actually sometimes works to my advantages so far at my age. So it's kind of interesting subject all by its own. Archie didn't appreciate it. He said, your morning condition is kind of weird. But I was trying to explain to him that you never know. It may work out to some advantages.
I'm like, is this a tent for a cockroach?
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. We got Chris in the house flipping for laughs. Chris, thanks for stopping by. Don't make it.
What's up, Chris?
But I wanted to catch those two guys for sure. Chris, thanks for stopping by, man. Chris has got very, very good channel, guys. Very educational, by the way. And me and Archie enjoy it, by the way, guys. Nicole Preston in the house. Nicole, welcome.
We watch it together, Roman.
Appreciate you stopping by. Nicole was at the Whatnot show, actually supporting our friend. So actually, a lot of stuff going on today. By the way, guys,
Hi, Nicole.
You know what's actually most important, guys? Today is so many things. Whatnot shows a World Series game two between the Yankees and Dodgers. If you ever follow any of those franchises, sorry to say that. I mean, except some people do, of course. You know, you never know. But I was happy that Yankees lost yesterday, actually, to the Dodgers. It was a great win for the Dodgers. So I don't like Yankees that much, guys. So you have to understand. After losing to them constantly, you kind of become like a Yankees hater, even though they got big payroll. Archie told me
I mean,
that.
you have to admit though that if these two teams were not in this year, they both needed to just completely get rid of everybody because they both have probably the best of the best in the MLB, and they
Man,
have the highest payrolls. So how they haven't been there the last few years is it blows me away. Because if
uh,
I didn't you guys win last year, the
no,
Guardians
no,
or who?
we
Oh no,
we
Rangers.
Rangers won was a very
That's right.
actually, was very unusual. Even
Yeah,
though Texas is a rich state, so for the Rangers to win, it is unusual. But they actually, I think that was probably the first time they won the World Series last year. So I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe MLB gods, MLB Empire said it's time for the Rangers to win. It's time for someone else to win. Um, but anyway, Mike, earlier Chris Easy Pickens, and I know you met him. Chris is an amazing guy in
Yeah, he's my man. Love you,
and
Chris.
when you guys actually, I wanted to point something out. When you guys had were on the live together with Chris, Archie, and John and Jenna's live, I
Yeah.
actually rewatched it later on because I was going to see the game, and it was actually came to my mind later. I should have mentioned it in the comments. It's how you all sat in behind John and Jenna, and I
Yeah.
wanted to actually comment that for John to go sit with you guys and Jenna be in the middle by herself doing the live, and all of you guys will be listening.
Yeah, that would have been good. That was a good idea.
That would be fun. John, see, I brought some good idea before Mike leaves. I mean, Chris already probably left, but you should do a live
Yeah.
where you put Jenna. You should put John also in the background, and you do the live, and John will be sitting next to Mike and Archie.
Yeah.
That will be
She could
interesting.
do the
So,
filming. Nah,
Mike,
that's good the way it is.
what is the best thing you found this week? Well, I mean, last 2 weeks since you've been in Vegas. What was the best find?
Ah, man, you put me on the spot. I tell you, I kind of go mindless. I'm sure I got some good stuff, but like once I buy it, I put it in the pile. I move on. I forget. In fact, even back at home, when when I saw some of my own local garage sales, I fill up my car, and then one of my favorite times of the week is that afternoon when I bring it from my car and put it on my bench and I kind of organize where I'm going to go. And I literally forget. I say, "Oh man, this is cool." It's like I'm buying it for the second time. But let me see what I got. I mean, I got. I bought a bunch of. I found one guy who had Yankee hats. Uh, like about what 20, 25 of them,
Yeah.
and I don't know what he wanted. I got him down to like two a piece, and I was going to do them at my whatnot auction because I don't really sell hats, and so I took them back, Archie's, and I looked them up, and I said, let me just get an idea what the value, and I never realized the value of these hats. They were compared out for like, you know, some were like weren't winners, like $10 or $12, but the majority of them were $15 to $18. And one hat I came across was like $100 hat, you know,
Yeah, but get
and
them listed quick because in a week
Yeah,
and a half they're
Mike,
going
get them listed, man, right
to
away, so you can get your
yeah,
money
be
back.
well,
nothing.
Well, you know what? I listed some of the good ones, but I said, I'm not just gonna cherry pick and leave the crap for the whatnot. I just like, what? I never sold a hat in my life, so now I'm starting whatnot. I bought the hats for whatnot. And I'm gonna put them up on whatnot. So
Yeah,
yeah, I've
sometimes
listed a couple of them.
you can get great deals on whatnot for some heads. Not all,
Yeah,
but some. You will actually definitely get good deals to resell. I mean, it's kind of
yeah.
true. So
I,
before,
I
yeah, go ahead,
yeah, I
Mike.
was just gonna say, yeah, I like the idea of like resellers supporting resellers. Obviously, I've been saying it all night, and like the opportunity to sell at a little bit of a discount so other resellers can profit. Like I think Kevin's shop commons is like brilliant, and it helps to it's really sell to the seller at a wholesale level. And I bought and I sold from that resource shop commons, and it's just really that's helping each other out. And that's what really keeps us going.
Interesting. So, Mike, what is your favorite currently? What is your favorite category on its own to resell? Time out. 20 seconds.
Timeout. Uh-oh.
Kind of. What's he doing? He's pressing buttons.
Nah, he can't hear us.
What are
Nope.
you doing,
Yeah.
Archie?
Nobody can hear anyone anymore.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Now.
Yeah, our earpiece died.
Oh, no earpieces.
Oh, so it died. So, see, guys, what happens with our unprofessional life? Everything only dies. When you hit the like button, you'll get returns. We're like cursed thing. Like, God, please help us. You know, we're gonna have to
please
have some
help
kind
us.
of father come in and spray like holy water on this live, guys, because only bad things happen.
I got some if you need it.
Mike, so before we leave for tonight, because guys have to go do the most very important thing tonight, and they actually have to spend time together. Without this unprofessional life, they already have a bunch of
Ooh.
things to do. So, Mike, Anthony, and someone else was asking earlier, because I already know the answer most likely. When is your YouTube? If you're gonna plan to do something, not YouTube related, I know that you said you don't have time for this, but would you be willing to either do podcast with someone instead of a channel?
Well, I've had offers, not to brag, but I've had offers for a long time, and I just never really was comfortable with it. And now that I am comfortable being, in front of the camera, I don't know, man. I give you guys a hell of a lot of credit. It's a lot of work. It really is, because I got everybody that I know that are content creators. I see the behind the scenes, and it's a crap load of work, and I guess it could be financially, desirable for some. But like I said, I'm just, I don't, I want to really devote my time to my to my reselling business. I don't think I could put another hat on and be successful. I mean, I see guys like like Dave, for example. I mean, he's like amazing with what he does. I mean, he sells, and he has like 3 or 4 channels, and a lot of other guys the same way. But he's kind of set up for that. Um, could I do good? Maybe. I don't know. You never know. I mean, Rod, had given me a call after I think the locker room. He said, "Mike, you really should do it." I said, "I don't know. I mean, do we really need another YouTube channel?" Yeah, everyone's got their own voice and their point of view. You do good. And I read Anthony's, comment. It's funny that he said that. One time, Corey, Grams of Pops, Corey had, made he was on live, and I was brought up about whatever. And Corey says, "Man, if Mike, started a YouTube channel, he'd have like 1,000 subs right at the start." And I don't know about that, but like I said, just to answer your question, I don't think so. You never say never. Archie and I are going to set up that little, tell-all channel, but that's just having fun, between us and all.
We're gonna spill the tea.
It is truthful, guys, because Mike definitely is correct. There is a lot of content creators with amazing content.
Yeah,
Content providers, yeah. And actually, it's amazing that every week and there are I would say every day when there are more and more content creators appear on YouTube, I see it like all the time. So by getting recommendations, even to Archie's channel, who hasn't done a video. Archie, when is gonna be your next video, man?
Well, that's my question. Yeah.
Archie, when are you gonna? Because your videos do great right away. Because you put in a lot of work, not like me when I
tell them that all the time.
FedEx reps and scream at them nonstop, and then they block me, and I cannot put out a video for like months. You at least have been doing amazing job, man. You're doing a lot of special effects, Elvis Presley guitars appearing, some women appearing, me appearing. When is your next video, man? Tell everyone the truth. We are waiting, man. We're waiting for you to go over.
So let's talk about you again. I don't know, man. Videos aren't my thing, man.
10 o'clock.
Videos
No,
aren't my thing.
Yeah, Lisa, when is your video coming out?
I gotta perfect reselling first. So once I do that, then I can worry about joining podcasts again, or because I don't know. It's just not my thing right now. I'll tell you what. When Joe I'd Flip That puts a video out, then I'll put a video out.
Joe, this weird guy is my favorite, lover, or no, we cannot call Archie my lover. Maybe I'm his
Well,
lover.
I forgot Kristen is my manager, so I gotta get with her first.
Yeah, so Joe, you will have to put out a video, man, so Archie can put out a video. Otherwise, we're gonna wait another 10 years. And then by that time, we're gonna be too old and I'm not gonna watch anything. But anyway, guys, Mike and Archie are amazing people in the community that show an amazing support since they started this reselling journey and content providers journey all together, all over, in meetups. And they actually enjoy, it's not just, reselling. It's just, supporting people, providing great advice. And we joke around a lot with Archie, but truthfully, guys, as much as we want to be, ourselves, we try to kind of accommodate everyone and be like, nice and respectful. For me, it always works out in a negative way where I go over the line sometimes, so I apologize. But I cannot change myself in that regard. Archie actually has been very, very on a down low a little bit compared to me. So Archie, respect to you for that. But guys, once again, Mike and Archie, I appreciate you guys for joining us today. Hopefully, it's not gonna be the last time. I'll invite you guys more because it's great to talk to everyone, of course, but every time someone brings out great points, not just in reselling, just content creation and stuff like that. So, and see, Richard say, can resellers have integrity? I don't know. I'm not
Not at the
sure.
bottom of the bottle.
I cannot say for everyone, but yeah. But anyway, Mike and Arch, appreciate you guys. Have a great Mike. Hopefully, you're gonna find more stuff while you're in Vegas. Hopefully, you guys gonna have. I will be on at your Whatnot show. Hopefully, you're gonna have a great Whatnot show. Thank you, and we really appreciate from the bottom of our heart, man, from the community for all the stuff that you've done, even behind the scenes, and providing great advice, joining lives, leaving comments for a lot of podcasts because I see it, even though I don't leave comments on a lot, and being great friend, and inviting people. You got a great big heart like Archie also, and we God bless you guys. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys soon everywhere in a magical world of YouTube on different channels. And everyone in the chat, guys, once again, thanks
Hit the
for
thumbs up.
supporting us every week and joining us every weekend whenever we go live. Now it's different a little bit, but we're gonna do live next weekend. Actually, our next week's guest will be Mo from Flipping Fantastic podcast. If you guys watch their live podcast with Mo and Amy from Flipping Fantastic podcast, so Mo will be the guest next weekend, next Saturday. So it's gonna be cool, guys. Again, we're gonna keep our down low status. We're gonna be normal, like me. Lisa always normal, guys. Lisa comes in, helps
Normal
out,
is subjective.
And Archie was doing great job today asking Lisa questions. See, guys, I blame
Well,
myself. Now I'm
I
gonna
think I just learned something. So Mike and I really are going to have this spilling the tea podcast, and Lissa, you're going to be the first one.
No.
That's actually gonna be interesting.
keep on the
Thank you,
down
Archie,
low
for
for a
inviting
reason.
her, man. I really, guys, invite Lisa. She got a great mind, and she is a great reselling mind. A lot of experience with reselling, a lot of great advice on what type of stuff, and also, great eye on stuff. Not like me, I only
Of
pick
that,
up stuff
yeah.
that never works and I throw it away. So, anyway, have a great night, guys. Take care. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you next Saturday, guys. Take care, everyone. Stay
Thanks,
safe,
Roman. Thanks,
stay
Lissa.
healthy.
Thanks,
Be
everybody.
profitable. Be profitable.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Be profitable.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, everyone.